But when I do this simple energy clearing exercise, it's like presto. The thing that was hurting inside of my body is gone. And when I look back, I realize, oh, the reason why I was still thinking about them is because the energy that they threw into my energy field was still there, burning. Hey, my friends, have you ever gotten in an altercation or an argument with someone, maybe someone you know, but I think it's especially noticeable if it happens with someone you don't know. Maybe someone was rude out in public, they yelled at you when you accidentally cut them off, or something happened in the grocery store. Someone was rude to you, you had some kind of altercation. Even if you didn't say anything back to them, they still yelled at you or were rude to you. And when you walked away and they were gone, you're not going to see them again. But 15 minutes later, 30 minutes later, maybe even an hour later, you find that you're still processing what happened. You're still upset about it in some way. It still feels bad to you inside of your body. That's happened to me so many times. And I want to share with you a meditation, a clearing meditation exercise that can really help in situations like that. Because what I've found is, in many cases, the reason why I kept thinking about that person and kept feeling upset, kept feeling like some pain inside my body, maybe in my heart or my belly, was not because I was upset at them still. It was because they had thrown energy into my energy field, and that energy was still there, kind of as a weapon. Believe it or not, we can throw what Barbara Brennan, the NASA scientist who turned into an energy healer and wrote a bunch of amazing books on the subject, she called them verbal darts. If you've ever had someone say something to you and it actually hurt inside of your body, it's really noticeable when what they said wasn't really that bad, and yet somehow it still hurt to an unusual degree. Maybe it provoked you into reacting and responding to them, saying something back. Or maybe you remained quiet, but you just felt their words upsetting you and kind of burning inside of you. They may have thrown a verbal dart at you. They may have thrown a verbal spear, like even a really intense verbal dart. We're all sorcerers without even knowing it often. We all have an energy body, and we all do things on the energy dimension, even if we're not conscious that we're doing it. We often use another energetic thing called a verbal hook or an energy hook, where we say something that's designed to kind of grab you. Salesmen can do this. If you're in a shopping mall and you walk past a kiosk and there's someone there who's trying to get you to stop and talk to him so that he can sell you something, and he'll say something to you, right? And maybe you feel like a little tugging on you. It's almost like he's commanding you to stop and talk to him. And maybe it doesn't work. Maybe you keep walking and you ignore him, but you might have still felt like that little pull to stop and talk to him. That's a hook, an energy hook. People like salesmen do that without even knowing they're doing it. Just like we don't know how fast our heart is beating typically, and we don't know how quick our blood is flowing, and there's a million other things that our bodies are doing that is below the level of our conscious mind. We even have emotions and thoughts happening in our body that our conscious mind isn't aware of. So it's the very same thing with the energy dimension. We're all energy healers, and we're all black magicians at times on the energy level. When we're angry and we're throwing out an angry energy at someone, we're actually on an energy level throwing darts or other types of things at people to hurt them or to try to grab them and control them or hook them and so on. If you're a sensitive person, like I am, then this is having a massive impact on you. Unless you're living alone in the woods or you're in some kind of protected environment like an ashram or a monastery or some other spiritual retreat center where people are observing a higher degree of awareness around what they do energetically, unless you're in an environment like that, you are being impacted by other people's energy behavior, possibly to a much greater degree than you realize. For example, when I've had interactions, intense or hostile interactions with people in public, sometimes I'll walk away and I'm still feeling it 15 minutes later or 30 minutes later. Like my kids are trying to talk to me and I can barely pay attention to them because I keep trying to process what's going on. But when I do this simple energy clearing exercise, it's like presto. The thing that was hurting inside of my body is gone. And when I look back, I realize, oh, the reason why I was still thinking about them is because the energy that they threw into my energy field was still there, burning. You know, it's not just a dart. Sometimes it's like a flaming dart. It almost feels that way. Sometimes when someone throws a harsh energy into my field, it's like sizzling and burning in my field. It's not just a mechanical injury. It's like it has poison in it. It has a negative intention, which on the energy dimension, negative intention is an object. And when one of those intentional darts lands in us, it can continue to burn for hours sometimes unless we remove them. And when I've removed them, it's just an instant relief. And it's often surprising to me, even though I've had this experience so many times over the years of doing this, it sometimes still surprises me like, oh my God, it wasn't me upset. What I was feeling was their energy weapon that they threw into my field. So we're going to do a really fast and really easy energy clearing to get someone's energy out of your space when this happens. And if you're sensitive, this is going to blow your mind. If you're not very sensitive, I still recommend doing it, especially if you're in an energy environment that's negative. So if like you're in a big city in America, most of the big cities now are just horrible. Everywhere you go, there is drug abuse and violence or just aggression and just a really low negative vibe. And people are grouchy and shut down and they're throwing energy at you even if they're not making it obvious on the outside. They might appear to ignore you externally, but internally they might still be throwing energy at you. And when you spend a whole day in a big city around thousands of people who are in a bad mood and they're stressed out and there's scary people around and really low vibes, you're worried about getting ripped off by someone because there's criminals around, all of those people are putting out an energy and some of it will be glomming onto you, be sticking to you, depending on how well you manage your energy field, depending on how strong your boundaries are. Some of that's going to glom onto you and it will bring you down. And if you're like me, you're going to assume that your mood, as it gets worse and worse, is just you getting stressed out. I mean, that might be part of it, but I guarantee you it's not the only part of it. Some of that won't even be yours. It just landed on you. Just being around other people, some of them are looking at you. Maybe if they have jealousy, they'll throw something at you. If they have desire, they'll throw something at you. If they think you look stupid, they'll throw something at you. Just regular interactions can cause people to send feelers out. Are you safe? Are you interested in me? Or send out energy to push you away, like you look annoying to me, go away. The energy will accumulate in our field just walking through a shopping mall like I was doing a little earlier. So close your eyes, take some breaths, relax. Feel the inside of your body. Kind of surrender or open up to yourself, to your body, mind. Now I want you to send your attention down into the center of the earth. One way to do that is by intending that it's happening, along with visualizing that it's happening. So you just imagine or visualize way down beneath you at the core of the earth and just see a golden, radiant, dynamic, glowing ball of energy at the core of our Mother Earth, our Mother or Earth, who is supporting us, who loves us, cares for us. Send your attention and your intention down to the core of the earth and feel that limitless power at the core of Mother Earth. I want you to not just visualize, but also to feel. See it and feel it with as much clarity as you can. See a cord or a beam of golden energy rising up from the center of Mother Earth, and it rises right up into the center of your body, to the center of gravity of your body, which is located down in your lower belly. And just feel that energy cord coming into your lower belly and connecting with you, lovingly forming a connection, sort of like a tree sends roots into the earth and connects with the earth. So the earth, in this case, is rising up and connecting into you. Just feel that for a moment. Now I want you to see a golden bubble of energy coming down out of the sky, out of a higher plane. This golden bubble of energy, I want you to visualize it and see it lowering itself. And it lowers itself right over your body, so that your body is at the center of this golden bubble of energy that's all around you, a few feet in all directions. Golden bubble, and just put it around your entire body and just strengthen it, like you just see it radiating more and more brightly and intensely. And once you've got that, I want you to reach up with your intention up into a higher dimension that is filled with diamond white light. It's like an ocean of diamond white light. And I want you to see a cord or a beam of energy lowering down out of that higher dimension and filling up your 8th chakra, which is above your head, about 1.5 to 3 feet, somewhere up in there, depending on how big you keep your energy bubble. It'd probably be somewhere up in there. Let that diamond white light come down and fill up your 8th chakra above your head. It just aligns, gently aligns, saturates, and fills your 8th chakra. So you're grounded, you have a golden bubble of protection, and you're connected to higher reality. This is kind of the preparatory process, the introductory process for doing any kind of healing energy work. This is like the basic way to become present, protected, and aligned. And so then once you have that, we can do the actual energy clearing to get the other person's energy out of your body. The way I usually do it, and there's many different ways to do it, but the way I usually do it, especially when I've had a negative interaction with someone, is I see a golden ball hovering in front of me, maybe 6-7 feet away in front of me. It's outside of my golden bubble that's around me. And then you just use your intention to make that golden ball in front of you magnetic, attractive. You could also see it as like a black hole or a vacuum, the opening to a vacuum hose. In some way, picture that golden ball having a magnetic or a drawing out power. Sort of like a vacuum cleaner sucks dirt out of a carpet, or a black hole sucks everything into it. or a magnet sucks iron to it. So this golden ball has a sucking, extracting power to it, but it's only going to extract what you tell it to extract. With your intention, what you're going to do is say, all of this other person's energy that's in my energy field gets sucked into this golden ball. And sometimes you can say 3, 2, 1, or 3, 2, 1. Snap your fingers or clap your hands. I don't know why that helps, but it does help. And then you just see and intend that any energy that that person put into your energy field gets drawn out of you and sucked into that golden ball. You also might need to let go. You might be holding on to something that they threw in, so just intend that you let it go and release it, and it gets sucked into that golden ball. Also include the back of your body, that all the energy that might be stuck to the back of you, that also gets drawn into that golden ball. And once you've done that, you have an option of where you want to put that golden ball. Sometimes I send it back to the person where it came from. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I send it up. I imagine it instantly accelerating and going right into the center of our sun. And you say, please take this energy for me and recycle it. You can say that to the sun if you want to, or just see it going into the sun. Or you can send it down to the center of the earth and let Mother Earth recycle the energy. It won't hurt Mother Earth. It won't hurt the sun. Or you can send it back to the person where it came from. You don't want to send it back as a punishment. You don't want to add any, if they were aggressive and rude to you, you don't want to try to hurt them with it. That will actually build a negative bridge to them. You'll actually be perpetuating the negativity and setting up a feedback loop with them. So you don't want to do that. You want to do this really cleanly. But sometimes it's helpful to send it back to that person because they need to experience what they're throwing out. Ultimately, if they've thrown something into your field, it's their property, and there's no harm in giving it back to them. I just, again, caution you to not throw a little spin on it. Don't put any sauce on it, because that, I already said, you're creating a negative relationship with a person if you do that. If you can just send it back to them, this is yours, I give it back to you, you can send it back into their energy field. Their energy field will have to deal with it, and hopefully they will become aware of what they're throwing into other people, and they'll learn and grow from having it sent back to them. Once you've done that, you can bring that diamond white light down into your energy bubble, this golden bubble, and just fill it all up. Fill up any places in you that were impacted by the other person's negative energy, and just see like that diamond white light coming in and filling in those spots. You can also use golden light. You can bring golden light in. That's a really nice one also. Gold light is very powerful, and it also has a quality of enhancing our feeling of self-value, which can be really useful after someone has been rude to us. So we can fill ourselves up with golden light, just see ourselves made out of gold, 24 karat gold metal. You can just picture that color and energy and frequency. So that's kind of the mechanical way of doing it. You can also just, sometimes I just feel into my energy field where something is hurting. Say the person's words hurt my heart a little bit or hurt my belly. Sometimes I can feel where their energy is, and I just go, on an energy level, I just do that. I just get out of me. And I don't even do anything more than that sometimes. I don't know where the energy goes exactly, but it just gets out of me. That's if I'm busy, maybe I'm driving and I'm distracted. I don't have time to do this whole energy exercise. You just see it go. Just tell it to go. Now, the cool thing about this exercise is you can do this with objects also. If you have an object in your house, maybe it's like just a crystal, and you like to keep a nice vibration, a nice energy frequency in that crystal. If you feel like it's getting murky, then you can just do the same thing to that crystal. Put a golden bubble around it, bring diamond white light and fill it up. Send any energy that's in it into a golden ball or down into the earth or into the sun. Or there's lots of other options. You can customize this to fit the needs of the moment, to fit your specific preferences and needs. The recipe I'm giving you here isn't meant to be rigidly followed. It's important to use your own intuition and follow your own guidance and see what in the moment might be better for you to do. Bonus tip, the next time you're in an environment that has negative energy, walk into it with a golden bubble and with that grounding cord to the earth and with that diamond white light in your 8th chakra, and the energy in the environment will not stick to you. If you find that it's sticking to you, then replay what happened and you'll see that it only managed to stick to you because you let it. Maybe someone said something to you and you chose to let it in. Or maybe they said something to you and without even realizing it, you had dropped your protective golden bubble, minutes or hours before. When we set up an energy bubble like that, or do this kind of energy work, we will often unconsciously undo what we did later without realizing it. When we set that golden energy bubble, it'll stay there until we maybe unconsciously choose to drop it and to unconsciously shift the diamond white light in our 8th chakra into a different frequency of energy. This happens like when we watch a horror movie. We go into a horror movie, we might feel totally safe and relaxed as the movie starts, but at some point the movie, if we let it, will convince us to turn the color in our 8th chakra into a negative frequency. And once we start doing that, then the movie starts feeling scary. It's a feedback loop. When the movie's scaring us, it convinces us to change the color in our 8th chakra. And when we change the color in our 8th chakra, the movie becomes more scary to us. And it can kind of like spiral until we're like terrified to go to the bathroom because this movie is so scary. But then if we change the color and put that bubble and ground into the earth, we might find that, boom, that fear is gone. If we still feel something in the house, then do it to the house. Ground the entire house to the center of the earth. Put a diamond white light into the entire house. Put a golden bubble around the entire house. Do the same thing to yourself, and I guarantee you, if you do that well enough, the movie will stop being scary. And you'll start to see, often, how silly the movie is. Instead of being scared by the evil ghost, you'll be like, man, that makeup is pretty bad, actually. I didn't notice that before. Stuff like that. It loses its grip on us. Movies are like sorcerers too. Or a more accurate way of saying it is movie makers are sorcerers and movies are their spell. If a movie can grab you and involve you in it and make you believe it, then it's like a spell that the movie maker and the actors and actresses and all the people working on the movie have cast over your mind. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It can be really fun. Scary movies can be fun. Romance movies and action movies, all these different movies that grab us, if they're good at what they're doing, they will grab us and it can be really fun. But there is something happening energetically with movies when they grab us like that. All right, hope that helps. Before we go, I want to address some allegations that I've been using subliminal messaging to try to mind control and manipulate my audience into hitting the like button and subscribing to my channel. I just want to say for the record, I would never use subliminal messaging to mind control you into liking my channel and subscribing and sharing widely with all of your friends.